Good bloody morning. Once again, back looking rather bald, skinny, and as the wife, or potential future wife, you would say, dishevelled. So we are on our third peak week, which I didn't think I'd be saying, but here we have it. You just see my new or most recent, I would say morning routine, but to be honest with you, there hasn't been much structure the last few weeks. Obviously, I went on holidays, didn't intend on repeating again, even though Nabba, which is this Sunday, was initially my first show planned for the season ahead. We've now done two, a couple of nice placings, a couple of decent looks. However, I believe firmly this is going to be our best look to date. So that is that. So yeah, Monday, 4th of May, feeling rather fried as a wise man, I would say. So basically I been sleeping like an absolute crackhead, to say the least. So up and down all night, whether that's to go to the toilet, just thinking, not so much stressed, but the body is definitely calling for some food and under a bit of stress. We've been pushing rather hard this week, that's for sure. The hardest I've ever pushed myself, without a shadow of a doubt. 50 to an hour of minutes, 50 minutes to an hour of cardio daily. Steps around 8-10k, nothing major, but food's been rather low. Couple of no carb days aside from like trace carbs, and I'm feeling it, but I chose this shit, and that's what you've got to remind yourself. So we made the executive decision whilst in Cape Verde to do another show, as I just mentioned, purely because of the love for the game. As cringy as that may sound, yes, I'm feeling pretty fucked right now, but I know once this week is out of the way and we're going into the weekend and the physique is filled up and I've had a good few sessions, I'm going to be feeling rather good. So yeah, like I said, so just see my morning routine, got my greens / digestion drink here, a couple of new supplements in the mix there. Obviously not a lot of them, well, a few of them from DY, but not all of them from DY, which is absolutely fine because we don't do a whole host range of products. For example, electrolytes, we can get them elsewhere. Couple of greens products to look after the old cholesterol and whatnot, digestion. But yeah, before I do go waffling on, I've got my in-person check-in with Jay at 6 a.m. today. Was going to be 7 a.m. over the gym due to bank holiday hours, but he wants to see me as early as he can, which is understandable, and I can start, carbing up. I'm not sure what the plan is going to be really. I'm not running too flat. We don't need to kind of like pull me back as aggressively in terms of trying to revive my physique as we may have potentially done before. I'm in a good position, man. I'm in a good position, but just feeling a bit fried because of sleep. So that should improve this week now. Literally waking up like, what's the time now? 5:20. Been getting up between 2 and 3 a.m. most days. So routine's been, there's been no routine. It's just been a case of just taking each day as it comes, which is what it is. It's not ideal, routine is king, but that happens sometimes. So yeah, the job will get done regardless. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Home soil Welsh show, one of the best, probably the best, most renowned show in Wales, I'd say for sure. And I get to do it in front of my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, my fiance, and a lot of my clients, and yeah, just people that I want to be around and like. So that's gonna be cool. Zero expectations. That's the cool thing about it. I've mentioned on Instagram a couple of times, I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. This pressure was simply to build my confidence in the sport. Peak week protocols, learn a lot from Jay, see if I want to continue doing this, which I certainly do, and gain some stage time and presence, which is only going to be increased this weekend. So yeah, that's the intro to this video. A bit of a all over the place one. I'm going to now drink my greens/digestion drink. Grab a coffee for Mr. and Mrs. Magic and myself. And you'll probably see me in my pants in Jay's garden very shortly, which will be fun. So yeah, that's that. Hope everyone's good. Anyone who's watching, thank you. Little shout out to the guys who competed this weekend. Couple of standouts for me. The couple which looked sick, which was Connor Chapman and Lowry. I want to say Lowry Fitness. I'm not sure Lowry's surname. Sorry, but yeah, Lowry. Amazing natural physiques as well. Competed in a non-tested show. Very, very good. Really, really bright future for both of those, that's for sure. And going up against people who are assisted, which is something they can hold close to them with pride. And the physiques they displayed were amazing. So shout out to them and Josh. Dan Jones, awesome bro. I was with Dan the morning of the show. I'm also going to be up against Dan on Sunday. And yeah, it was just good spirits, man. It was really good spirits. The show could have, arguably been ran a bit better. Wasn't the best of setups, but look, it is what it is. The Welsh workman community was there, as it was in the Workstone Hall in Caerphilly. And yeah, shout out to Chris Nash as well, Dan Kingham's client. Very, very good condition. I think he won the over 50s, if I'm not mistaken, first in his class there. And definitely top 3 in the overall, for sure. So yeah, massive shout out to all the guys from Planet Fitness and the surrounding gyms who competed there. Who else was there? I don't want to miss anyone out now. I don't think I have. If I have, I apologise. But yeah, so going to head to Mackey's now, get a nice egg McMuffin. A black coffee and triple espresso, and then do some dancing in my thongs. So yeah, let's get after it. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting some more life back in me, because man is rather depleted, that's for sure. 201 pounds this morning, and much, much leaner despite being heavier than my last show, which is why you shouldn't just focus on the scale weight, guys. So gonna wrap that bit up here. Gonna try and make these vlogs as concise as possible, but that never really happens with me. Fucking hell, that is big, innit? So yeah, peace out. Have a great bank holiday, and I'm sure I shall see you in a bit. Bye. Bye. Katie's been vlogging all week as well, haven't you, babes? See you later. You're missing out on a Mackey's coffee.
I don't mind.
Unless you want to come and do an in-person check-in in the garden.
No, I'm right, thank you. I got you up washing.
Oh, our washing machine went broke. Well, went bust. And also our coffee machine on the same week, which has been sorted. And it was down to Katie's knickers blocking the washing machine, believe it or not. So yeah, shout out to Katie's knickers for leaving us with no clothes for a good few days. We also got some new blinds because I ripped ours down pausing, which was great. And it's looking rather fresh here, which is good. So forgot to mention, it is not just myself on peak week. I know Jay's got potentially a couple of clients. I know Matthew Baza. Oh, the fuck did I forget Matthew? Literally took the overall. What a wanker I am. Yeah, obviously Matt Barry, the standout performance of the day. Also won the best most muscular, which is nice to see some money being earned as well for the guys competing. So yeah, Matthew's also on peak week. I believe Jay's got one more client doing the show, and I've also got Mason jumping in very early compared to his last, or at least our initial plans regarding show dates. So I'm going to be prepping Mason for that. He's all sorted in terms of what the plan of attack is this week, subject to change of course. However, we're going to be going down together, so at some point, not in this video, but definitely in one of the videos, you will see Mr. Mason Rogers, who looks... I'll let his physique do the talking on Sunday, because he doesn't need any smoke blown, man. He is a very, what's the word for it? Not so much talented, but a lot of potential in him, but also, hardworking, and it's true he's gifted with his physique, with his genetics as well, but that doesn't come without, the work that's required to build on that structure and frame you've got. So he's been putting the work in with Kets pausing for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end. So shout out to Kets. I've been doing awesome with my boys. Leon, who was pausing with him, Tommy, who was pausing with him, Jake Andrews is now on prep. Got like 7 weeks out for him. And what else was there? There's another one as well. I can't remember. But yeah. Look, I told you, when the camera's out, guys, I will talk shite. But it keeps me occupied, and it puts me in a better mood, to be honest with you. So, me and Katie were just saying you've got to fake it till you make it. So, you fake being in a good mood, like I do with cardio. What I do is I actually just smile to myself doing cardio. And that way, it sounds really weird. I'll just be like this on the Stairmaster of the cross trainer, force myself to smile, to try and trick my brain into thinking that I'm smiling and happy, when in reality I'm dying inside and can't even see because my blood sugars are dropping so low. That's what's in my head today. Prep's hard, guys. Prep's very hard. I've had a couple of people, and this is why, again, that I didn't really put too much out there for my first prep, because and there's nothing wrong with going back on your word, depending on the situation, but like, for me personally, I'd rather, not put something out there unless I know I'm fully able to execute what I've said, because ultimately that's a reflection on you as a person, and well, it's not necessarily, but it can be viewed that way. So yeah, I don't necessarily think that, if you're doing a prep, or if it's your first prep, or anything new you're going into, you don't have to shout about it straight away. You don't have to post a million photos of it on Instagram straight away. And yeah, the closer you get to it, and the more sure that you are that you're doing it, then go for it. Share your journey with the world. However, with that being said, if you want to share your journey with the world from the start and then fucking back out, do that shit anyway, because it's a free world, a free country. So apart from shopping, that's absolutely having my kegs down recently. I think I bought, aside from food shopping, which I was talking about, I think I bought 8 or 9 pairs of shoes this prep, and yeah, it's just been a joke. I spike them with a triple espresso as well. Can I please get 2 medium black coffees and 1 double espresso, please? No, thank you. Cheers, bro. Should I chuck a Big Mac in? Nah, I was thinking about sweeteners, but I am not having any sweeteners whatsoever this week because my digestion does not take well to them. Yes, they taste nice, but it's not worth it, especially when you're trying to fill the rig, as they say. So, nice one, top man. Have a good day, brother. For push with Chris James this morning. What a guy, absolute legend of a bloke. Been working with him just over a year now. You would have seen him on my Instagram if you follow me. He's doing sick. Like, he is next year. He came second in the show this year. First timers. There was only 2 in his class, but ultimately he looked amazing, especially for a first timer. He looked amazing regardless, and I think I'm confident he's grown a lot already since then. So obviously that was only a month ago, so he's filled out a lot, but when you're in that position where you're so sensitive to food, you've been sucked down for so long, you will grow rather quickly. Any potential muscle loss or muscle fatness that was present will bounce back rather quickly. And I seen him in the gym yesterday when I was rushing out, and yeah, he's looking rather thick, so we'll potentially do some pausing after. I am this one, bro. Yeah, ground up, yeah? Go. From last spread. Fucking hell, I did.
No rush. Yeah, that's it. Hold, legs on. Good. Yeah.
Jeez, didn't realise how big a spot my forehead was though. So there we have it, guys. 7 a.m. in Swansea Road, posh Swansea Road. Happy with the look. Been a bit of a dig the last 7 days, but it's been fun because we know that's what brings the end product that we're looking for. So just sat down in Jay's kitchen, been here since probably about hour and a half, is it?
Yeah, 5:45 was it?
Checked in for 3 minutes outside and chatted bollocks for the rest of it. So Jay's training early, I'm training early, in for push now with Chris, whilst the gaffer sorts out my high day food. So over to you, brother. What are we running? Doing all good?
Go on, I'll hold it. What's happening? Yeah, so Jack's coming for in person. We haven't actually seen each other in person now for a few days, which I think maybe Jack's touched on. I know I've touched on it. Is just trying not to see each other as much in person, just so I can see the visuals. But yeah, super happy. We're definitely delivering the best Jack of the season now.
Pound heavier than last show.
Pound up from PCA show day weight at the moment.
After a fucking 500 carbs a week, no sorry, 250 carbs training day, innit?
Yeah, 250
Lowest
carbs.
food's ever been.
Lowest food's ever been, and freshest he's looking. So we're gonna approach for this week now is going to be very similar to the previous ones, but I also don't want, I said this to Jack the other day, I don't want scale weight to be rising. Sorry for these nails as well, we're doing the kitchen. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't want the weight rising as much as it has in the loading previously to having to drag him down aggressively. So of course we want to load him up this week, but I also want to have a nice smooth up and a nice smooth trajectory down as well. So we don't want that like big rise, because in all honesty I want to bring him in lighter than we did at PCA, promoting that condition, because he's definitely the sharpest he's looked at this weight now, which is effectively PCA stage weight, but he's flat. So food today, but we're going to go 700 carbs, mates, and then we're just going to see day to day. Again, the process is the same. Day to day, take it as it is, see what this does to the body, and yeah, I'm sure Jack will fill you in on everything throughout the week. So I don't want to ramble too much because it's not my video. So back to my athlete.
My guy. There we have it. That's the plan. So 6 days out. How does it work? five or six.
So it's
6. Isn't it?
We can't count show day, can we?
So Saturday will be 1 day out. Therefore Friday to Thursday.
6 days.
6 days. So time to get some fullness back. Okay, so in for push, my boy Chris, who I was bigging up earlier on, I believe. I think I was. Either that I was dreaming. Either that I was dreaming of it, bro. But yeah, I did try and capture a bit of stuff in the house, but as always, Chris, I'm late tonight, so I went for a walk after meal one. I had more carbs in that one meal than I had the entire day yesterday. So feeling much more alive and much fuller already, so exciting times ahead. We're gonna just do like a little bit of a pump session. Well, I am anyway. Chris is in off season now, bro, so Chris needs to be on his A game. Not that I don't, but obviously I'm not gonna be as what's the word for it? Meticulous with my tracking and stuff, so we're still gonna give it some beans, just a little bit less intense, if you like, because
I don't want to be flying through these carbs. I want to put them in the right areas and keep them in the right areas. And yeah, just move some blood around. So the day before, and I'm obviously lactose intolerant to an extent. I didn't think it'd affect me that much. A splash of milk, bro, in my coffee from here, cause I was fucked. Oh mate, honestly, I just like, yeah. And I woke up perfect, dry as fuck, shattered like. Woke up at like 4:45, but which is late for me considering 11ish.
Do you know what's bad? You can't sleep in the night. You'll sleep any time of the day.
Me, personally, not really, but you have seen me monged out like, what's the camera there? A good few times, I know, in the afternoon. I'll work on this. The leg extension's lovely by these. It's over there, I think. Nice one, bro.
Like, started to come to terms with the fact that,
You have to get softer.
yeah,
I want you to I want your weight to stay, like obviously with us,
stabilise.
just stabilise, and then we go through, and that's why it's better to be more conservative with your off plans and stuff for now,
Yeah.
because you're still quite sensitive to big weight fluctuations, and that's just gonna kind of blur the lines in terms of where you actually are and how much food you need in the week.
Exactly, fucking bump the food up.
Well, you can't, but
But you know,
when like for example your food's in 2 months time, if it's on 1,200-1,500 calories more than it is now,
yeah,
in 10, 12 weeks time, and you're still cruising, like where do you go from there? You're not going to be remember last time you could barely fucking eat,
no.
so
But I want to be able to eat everything.
yeah, exactly. But when you need to go, and that's the key. Like that is the people who grow the most are the ones who resist the urge to just eat everything post-show.
I didn't have that mind.
Because you just become completely insensitive to the food you're eating. And I'm gonna play this back when I'm that fat cunt in 2 weeks' time.
It is hard, probably one of the hardest.
No, it's harder post-show for sure than when you're working towards that goal. Like, yeah, it's because you almost like, it's almost like you've got two intentions. Like it's like someone on one shoulder telling you one thing, and then someone you don't know which one to listen to.
I was like making excuses up for myself.
Convincing yourself that telling yourself it's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all part of it, bro. You learn that. And that's the ones who make the progress, as you have,
Yeah.
is where you can differentiate the difference between the voice or the ideas that are actually worth listening to.
It's like a little devil and angel on his shoulder.
Literally, bro. But then, if you did listen to the one which you know you shouldn't, how do you feel after it?
Shit.
You feel like shite.
You know, like,
Worse than if you...
I did have a little go. I ain't gonna lie, like,
You are?
I did have a little go with food.
Of course, bro. Like, you've been dieting for fucking 6 months prior to that.
Like, was like,
Puffy eyes, feeling like groggy.
yeah,
But you've got to feel that way in order to... Why you don't want to feel that way. Like, to be fair, you've come back to normal quite quickly.
yeah.
And that's because you stayed on plan. Within the reason. We'll go for some nice scrub now by next week. We'll go for some nice scrub next week now. You might as well apply a little bit lower. You are? You take me out on a date? Breakfast? Bro, how much that breakfast the other day?
100 quid.
You paid for it?
Yeah.
Who did you go with, your brother?
My brother-in-law, my sister, they're going to Australia now on
Ah, fair.
Wednesday.
Little goodbye present, like.
Yeah. So obviously, like, I wasn't able to get their wedding, really. I planned food, and I had chicken and veg with a fucking
Oh, on prep?
Yorkshire pudding.
One side higher than the other.
No.
What would you do? 10 seconds, I guess, or push up the other?
I do, I would. I try not to. You pausing hard.
Yeah.
I maybe would do something as hard because you're shaking a bit.
Yeah.
Like, obviously do it hard, but not to the fact that
Just tense, don't over tense. What do you think that's like? I mean, like my lats, I was a bit tight before, I'm bringing them forward now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same this one.
Yeah.
That's much better, isn't it?
That last way back now. It wasn't.
I wasn't activating the rods even.
So that's me not dancing very hard. That's me dancing hard. If I don't dance very hard, it's in.
Yeah,
There's minimal differences there.
difference.
Yeah, I think more
Like,
relaxed.
you're still tense, but not to the point where you're full fucking.
Take out you as well, don't
Yeah, because you blow in. Like,
But the way they call it,
yeah.
What's that? Hips back.
So, good morning, good evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Man, look at me. So it's, oh my god, it's Tuesday. I thought it was Thursday. So I started the vlog Monday. It's now Tuesday. Oh, it's not too bad. I just didn't continue. I thought I missed 2 days. But, as you can see, there's been quite a drastic shift in my sleeping behaviours, if you like. So rather than me sleeping better, we've actually seen a decline in my sleep, and as a result I'm feeling it. So yeah, we had just shy of 5,000 calories. I think it was yesterday, so today's Tuesday, so yesterday, which was push day, which you've probably seen some videos of by now. I then went to see Mother Bay, and left my phone in the house, which was nice. I literally left my phone in the house, booked a massage prior to that, Thai massage in Merthyr, and went there after my mum's and fell asleep and left early. So yeah, it wasn't the most optimal of days yesterday, but we got shit done. I got my food in, that's the main thing. But that's what I was saying. So I think was it last night? Yeah, last night, and also a day last week, my digestion, which anyone who knows me now knows, is already quite a sensitive digestive system. Oh, excuse me, has been very weird. So obviously going from having, low carbs to super duper high carbs, what am I on about? Like, I'm talking nonsense. To high carbs, super duper fucking loser. I wasn't going to vlog, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to show you the reality, because the reality is sometimes not fun. Sometimes you may look Asian after going for a Thai massage. But realistically, this is what it takes to get the condition we want to get to. So perhaps not for everyone. Perhaps not for many, actually. You got to be quite sick-minded to actually want to commit to
get into this kind of level of body fat, because it's not easy. For anyone who's been there knows. But that's why you've got to keep sight on your goal, because I've got 4 days now until I step on stage. 5 days maybe. I don't know. I'm leaving the thinking to Jay. Got to check in his house tomorrow. And we were going to go over the gym again. But ultimately, I said to him, I'm resting. I don't know if you need to go over that earlier, 5 a.m. For me personally, it's a lot easier if you just prolong the check-in a little bit later in the day, because I've got less, actually no, I haven't got less food as a rest day, but ultimately there's a bigger window of opportunity to eat my meals because I'm not training, although it is a busy work day, which I'll try and film a bit of. It's not exciting, but it is a busy work day, therefore I'm going to be busy, therefore I'm not going to be thinking of food as much, but I'm glad we're going to be doing an earlier check-in. See, that makes sense. A later check-in at his house instead, so you can see me in the flesh. Yeah, hopefully sleep picks up tonight. Still rather excited for Sunday. Ed's been a little bit all over the place, to be honest with you. Just one of those ones where, you know, what's the word for it? I don't know. I had a lot of days like this last prep, but not many this prep. I think I probably had a handful of them this prep. Mostly correlated to sleep, but more importantly, when I see improvements in body composition, and that's only when I say improvements, like significant improvements, so or drastic changes, and that's, I think, has happened since coming back from holidays, and it also happened around 6 to 7 weeks out, and as a result, you know, my body tells me that's when that's happening, through feeling like shite, which is why it's good to go through. I'm just talking shite now. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys, because it's long enough. 4-minute video of me talking absolute arse. We've got some nice new blinds in the house, if anyone was wondering. Because I pulled ours down, poles in. A nice little frame there. Hopefully going to get a new mirror fitted. No, we got a new mirror fitted. Hopefully going to get a nice little picture frame fitted, because the one that was there, which now is the home of our Cape Verde one, is ideally being fitted by my sister's boyfriend on Saturday, because I am a useless man of construction and anything that requires using your hands, to be honest with you, other than gripping a dumbbell. So yeah, next clip probably be tomorrow morning, waffling in the car on the way to Jay's. But I thought I'd just update y'all, because you know, why not? It'll be fun to look back on when I'm not looking Asian. I don't know why I look Asian though. No offense to anyone who's Asian out there, by the way. It's just, I think I'm a little bit water retentive, and that's showing around my eyes. I was like 3 pounds up since, sorry, 2.5 pounds up this morning from yesterday. That was after 700 carb. So I do need to run through my day of eating. I'll keep that for the next slide for tomorrow. Or at least, you know, the actual amount that I'm eating, and some of the meals as well, because it's not very exciting. It's repeated. The meals are repeated, basically, because of my digestion. But I don't think the green beans were sitting well with me. They were causing disruption and ultimately having a knock-on effect on each meal. But it was very gassy, like I said. So there was that, and also the bloating side of things. And then ultimately what comes with that is, oh my fuck, here we go. It's going to be a huge flare-up. We've got a show on Sunday. Disaster, disaster, disaster. Fucking monkeys clapping in your brain all day. You know those ones, like... Yeah, those ones. And then, that's not why I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping because I'm just not sleeping. But realistically, the old mental has been a bit mental. So tomorrow's going to improve. Today's already improved, as you can tell. Otherwise, I'm going to pick the camera up. And we should be able to get through this peak week together, because it's all for fun, as I said before. But you've got to remind yourself that. And when you're in those moments of thinking and thinking and thinking, not that I do much deep thinking, because I am quite busy anyway, but those negative thoughts still come in time to time, which they shouldn't, because like I said, I'm so excited for the show. It's just my body's kind of response to one thing, or something, should I say. And you've got to keep your attitude on, because if you don't, then, like some people, you will lose your shit, and you will let those clapping monkeys or wanking rhinos get to you, and, you know, kind of your actions reflect that. And mine haven't. I had a sick pull day today, by the way. A quick one, but a sick one. So that's a wrap for me, guys. Rest day tomorrow. I will catch you in the next slide and probably look back at this and think, what on earth did I say? Peace.
So I thought I'd capture this little funny clip of prep, guys. So Mason has just come to see me. Stay at my eyes. Just to pop by, not have a look at him, to just have a chat essentially before he goes to the gym. He is doing the men's physique show on Sunday, so the men's physique category juniors, and I'm not gonna press you to go on camera, but show him how fucked you are, because I'm just as fucked. I'm vlogging, so I'm vlogging the week. Yes, today I did vlog yesterday, but the second half of the day I did fuck all. Like I couldn't even look at my phone. But so this handsome chap, perfect jawline for men's physique, guys. He is doing the Nabba as well, so we're gonna be basically. Well, we are doing high days for the first part of this week, but ultimately what I was going to say is we're going to be tanning on Saturday night up here, and then driving down together on Sunday. I think it's only going to be me and him going down, and then the rest of our families and stuff are meeting us later after we've checked in and stuff, registered, whatever it's called, entry. But yeah, I just wanted to show that, you know, people who haven't prepped before, you know, it is sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You know? It is. I'm over going now, so you got no cardio obviously this week.
No.
But he's on more food than me, so I'm heavier than Mason. Not by a long shot, but I am heavier than him. But ultimately, he's got a very taxing job in terms of how much expenditure he does. So whereas I've been carbing up on, say, 700 carbs, we did do 700 the first day. Yeah, weight went up a touch, but he was still crisp as fuck the next day. I wish I could show your glutes on you, bro, and the photos. Nah, YouTube get banned, bro. Video will be taken down.
Sunday, but they were fucking skinned.
Yeah. And this is why you've got to understand, so I'm trying to explain to him, which he knows anyway, he trusts the process, but he's getting, not worse, but, you know, slightly less lines, and he's had a couple of rest days as well on these high days, therefore he doesn't be able to shuttle the carbs around. That's fine. You know, we've got a good few days to pull water off if we need to. But yeah, it's a lot of mind games, especially this close to the show. So yeah, just a little insight really as to, you know, what we put ourselves through. You know, we just finished work. What are you doing, like 22,000 steps a day? 19,000 steps. He's got to go to gym now, and because he's having high food, do more steps to get his digestion, and then get home and have food. But I've said, look, you know, if you need to, it's like you're just constantly battling it. But yeah, so that's that. You'll see a lot more. You'll see a drastic shift in how we are by Saturday/Sunday in the next video. And obviously post-show Sunday when we both got our first place medals and got a mouthful of fucking cheesecake, cookies and burgers. But no, he's still gonna be on prep, so he's just going back to chicken and rice straight after the show. We got food in there, buddy. We have food. We have one meal. And then see how it goes. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for listening to my bollocks once again. Do you want to add anything, bro, or are you just gonna chill? Have a waffle on Saturdays, eh?
I'll waffle on Saturday.
Stay tuned, Ed. Stay fucking tuned.